treat for you. So we got one of the greatest entrepreneurs of all time, music, clothing, independent films. This man has grossed over $1 billion in sales in the music industry, the film industry. Some of y'all know him as Percy Miller, but he's best known as Master P. So he will be live with Jasmine tonight, having a talk, a Q&A. I believe he's going to take some questions from the audience, and we're going to get into a couple more speakers. We even going to have some poetry performances, one by the lovely Shelby Wilson. Can we give it up for her? And then y'all get to hear my mouth a little bit. So my poetry, my spoken word is a little more, I say vulgar, but we keep it all black tonight. That is going to be cleaned up like Juneteenth, but it's still going to be refreshing, still going to hit with a message. So I'm just here. I'm glad to be here. As with anything, any emergencies, hey, raise your hand, let us know. We not foreseeing that, but just in case, I've been in places where stuff had to happen. Hey, love Master P, love everything, but if we gotta stop, to make sure our people safe, and that's what we'll do. So, is Jasmine ready? Cause it's 7:15. It's 11:15 with P at. The older we get, hey, it's past our bedtime. I'm good. Look, it's an hour ahead of Cali, so that's 8:15. I'm usually in the bed by 9. you young folks, y'all ain't gotta worry about no. Back in the day, I could stay up to 4 in the morning, no problem. 8:30, that's my wind down.
Islaan weyno derbi ka boodaysa noo joogtana leegta noo saarade.
So we are just waiting for Jasmine. Did everybody enjoy the expo today? Get some good food?
Yes!
Yeah, definitely. So hopefully this keeps growing. It gets bigger and bigger. Next year, I've already had some friends from San Diego say they want to be a part of this. So got a couple extra photographers and videographers that will be coming up. So, it's just a blessing to be rocking with y'all, especially since San Diego, we only have 6% of a black population. So it's kind of like up here in Anchorage, we have to really put stuff together to bring our people together. But everybody knows when black people come together for something positive, it's a whole show. Okay, nobody does it like us. We are the greatest creation on earth. Black women, when God
We here!
Mixing honey and chocolate and cinnamon spice, make them, black people, we just do everything.
Yeah.
Create blues, jazz, everything, parts of the cell phone, super soaker. So yeah. So now we just waiting. Oh, all right, well, y'all gonna give it up for Miss Jasmine Smith.
Good evening, good.
Thank you for coming back and joining us this evening when everybody was here also all day, vending, cooking, and networking. So if you've been part of the expo, every other year we rotate what we're gonna do. So last year it was more high energy performances, nightclub turn-up style. This year we said, let's just scale back, have an evening mixer, we'll have some speakers, some spoken word, and some guest performances. Then we'll feed you guys for free. You can get a free drink at the espresso booth and just network and have positive vibes to thank you guys for your support of our event over the past couple of years. So this year I'm excited because we're going to have a virtual Q&A with Master P, Percy Miller. And if you have audience questions, please do ask. I would greatly appreciate that. That way you can utilize our time with him. We'll also have spoken word from Joe Speaks and Shelby Wilson, a performance from Charlotte Renee, and then we will go out into the atrium after we hear from Derek Green and Waffles and Whatnot, and then we'll feed you guys, and then we'll also give you some drinks. How does that sound?
That's beautiful, yay.
So first and foremost, I want to reintroduce Joe Mack. He already introduced himself, but he is way better at this than me, so he's going to be our MC for the evening, and we're going to kick this off with some spoken word until Master P is ready to log on. So we'll hear from Joe Mack, then we'll hear from Shelby, and then we'll kick off our speakers.
Woohoo!
some love when she comes up here.
waxaan joognaa meeshii businesska marka la socda inaan saa samaysan karno.
So I'm gonna, I just released my newest book. It's Progressive Lines Etched in Times Brittle Glass. And it is a collection of social justice pieces. We are in a time when so much is being thrown at us and happening to our community and around us. And I wanted to make sure that our voices continue to be heard and that I use my own voice as a role model to continue to have people know that they need to speak up and speak loud before our voices are taken away. So the poem that I'm going to present to you this evening comes directly from the book. It's called Freedom's Price Tag. How to get here? The color of freedom has always come at an expense. Tax for voting, tax for my skin, tax for being a woman. Instead of collecting dividends, I'm collecting fees, receiving dimes and pennies, recycled words of hope, limited by social constraints and unspoken contracts. The return on my investment for living while Black exceeds my life expectancy. There's no legacy discounts or sales, it's full price. We're living in a space where twice as good is the fee you pay when your skin is darker than a copier paper. Pristine resumes with accomplishments are not stamps of approval. Step out of line and you will be fined. Microaggressions embedded in coded language, constantly observing every word and action. Instead of progressing, we're digressing. 160 years of provisional freedom, filled with Jim Crow and separate but equal, but my independence just turned 51. Baby boomers are the last generation of segregation, controlling the halls of justice, assessing fees for basic privileges, criminalizing the skin and demonetizing resistance. Our freedom is more fragile than you think. It comes down to the stroke of a pen. 9 court justices, 9 votes removing rights and freedoms based on party lines. Delegitimizing civil rights. 1 on the merits versus privileges. Praising the holy amendments. The ones that preach freedom of speech and the right to bear arms. The 15th and the 19th gave me the right to have my say, but every 25 years, it can be taken away. We have been paying with Black lives, churches erecting phony gods, making martyrs of deceivers, drowning out the voices of the truth speakers. How quickly we forget the stories and the pictures, freedoms, captures, ancestors vanishing from books and museums. Our contributions are being repackaged and colonized. DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, affirmative actions are the new leprosies. If your programs include everyone, the gap for financial freedom is widening. Opportunities for advancement, vanishing like stars in the sky. We've been given 60 years. 60 years to gather wealth, to build a strong community, to make an impact. We were told that our words have the potential to unleash freedom, to move the people, to invoke a movement, to shift a nation. And everyone has a voice, even the dead. But in the current administration, it is being penalized. Those who speak, they value censorship and supremacy over the right to have autonomy. Our voices are being silenced for speaking against hypocrisy. And I recognize this may be my last day to speak freely. The last time before a fine is imposed upon my creativity. The last time before I'm outed for speaking boldly and vocalizing my outrage. The last time before my words are levied, assessed with a monetary value. The last time before my words are stripped of their meaning and I'm charged and imprisoned for having the audacity to speak freely. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to bring up again to the stage. Y'all give a warm round of applause. Now, round of applause, Ms. Jasmine Smith.
So our guest is on Zoom. We're gonna take a minute to admit him. This will be different for me because I'm gonna be here and talking to him on the screen, but you guys will be able to see him. So if it feels a little awkward, that's good. And Derek, where are you? Oh, come up here. Make sure you have some questions. Okay. So we are getting him in.
No pressure at all.
All right. Oh, God. Look. Oh, my God.
Hi.
Maybe I should like go higher. Something that think I'll be better. Let me try a chair so I'm like seeing all my rolls. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Sorry, y'all. Okay, here, I put it on here. There you go. Okay. Okay, there we go. This feels very talk show. There we go. Okay. So our guest, then we'll have Derek, and then our performer.
Hey, this is Romeo. Are y'all there?
We are here.
Hey, are y'all? Because my dad's been waiting. I know he's finishing up a banquet, so
Yes.
I'm trying to get him in there. He got to go back to speak.
Do he sleep?
Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I got to get him back on because he's going back and forth from his banquet.
Gotcha.
So, are y'all ready?
We're ready. I want my microphone. Sorry.
Hold on.
You have a microphone next to another microphone.
Oh. You know what? Let's go ahead. You guys can hear me. There you go. Loud?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
You look good, Jasmine.
Thank you. Okay. And then I don't know how to change it over to have that thing, so we'll get them back on. So in the meantime, my plan is to ask them a few questions, but if you guys have questions as well, please let me know. We'll do it like that.
sidaanay dadkii isu soo aruursadeen howlahooda u haystaan idinkana meeshaan laba iscunaysiin majartiin eberka dirtaarood awgi hooyadiin kala wasa haadi iska dhiga dadka saanay u shaqaysanayaane kaalaya ina keena istaydkayga usoo guura bisnisyadu ka qarayeenoo ii imaada.
But if not, I think I can.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, this should be good. I'll just do that. That. In the meantime, while we get him on, are there any questions that you guys can think of in advance that you want to make sure he has asked? In reference to business, journey, anything?
What is the most difficult aspect in building an
President of
That's a good question. Other questions?
they say some president something.
He has his title up there as President Miller. Given the political climate of everything right now, is that something that he's actually considering?
President
Running?
of the country?
You said that like we didn't have Barack Obama, John.
No, hey, look, I'm just making sure I got your question right.
Jasmine,
Yes.
how important is it in diversifying his portfolio of companies, products? Because obviously, played in the NBA, has chips, clothing, music, executive. As far as diversifying your incomes and creating legacy wealth.
I will ask you guys hear us?
Business president of black people. What do you think is Somali Association? Jasmine, what do you think?
su-aal ma haystay markuu su-aalahaas ka jawaabo oon ogaano yuu yahay uu noo sheegan weydiin karnaa.
Ay hadeer waxaa ku tiraahdaa ask him what he
For your
thinking
phone, no problem.
Yeah,
Somali.
trying to get my video on too.
Babana yaqaana.
hadeer ayada weydii waxaad ku tiraa what do you think Somali association ku dheh marka nala barte waxaad ku tiraa Jasmine can you ask the one what he's thinking the Somali association and lead ensemble business iska dheh
No, because that's not a question for him. What do you think markuu dhaho ma idin aqaaniya yaa waayo.
waana kana Somali association
Waxaan dhihi karnaa markuu bilaabay.
laagta noo saaran ijaasadii waxbaan idin tusaynaa
We still waiting for Papa to log in. Did y'all let him in yet?
There he is. Can you both hear us okay?
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, I'm good.
Well, first and foremost, I wanted to tell both of you, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to discuss the topic possibility as we celebrate our annual Alaska Expo. And definitely are going to be able to host here in the last year and share more hospitality. So we want to thank you from everyone here in the room to you.
Yes. How you guys doing?
We appreciate it.
Good.
So, kicking this off, I know we have time zone differences, we wanted to make the most time. I wanted to first allow to both introduce yourself. So, Mr. Miller, would love for you to, we all know who you are, but if you want to introduce yourself and tell everybody a little bit about yourself first, and then we'll go to Romeo next, that'd be great.
Also known as Master P. I'm an entrepreneur, businessman, a coach, a philanthropist, and my thing is helping us get to the next level. And it starts with financial literacy. It starts with investing in us. It starts with us building. And some of these times, you know, things feel like it's difficult. A lot of us give up. But my thing is to show you guys that I'm a living example. That if I can make it, you can make it. So keep your trust and faith going, and just keep going hard every day.
Amen.
Thank you. And then
How you? I'm Romeo Miller. Some of y'all may have known Lil Romeo back in the day. I'm an activist, investor, and philanthropist. And my journey, you know, being a child star, I want to make sure I'm doing everything I need to do for our youth when it comes to business, but also mental health. Being a father now, I've learned so many gems from my dad, Master P, aka Coach P, aka Percy Miller. And I want to spread that awareness and spread those gems across the world.
Love it. And so, I think that's the first
Kayga wuu
question I
dhimanaya.
wanted to ask. I apologize for the echo, we're working on it. But I wanted to ask you a question first, Mr. Miller, and then you a question. My question first is, when you were building your business and diversifying from music and understanding that you wanted to venture into different industries, what was that process like for you going from being in music and recording to trying to explore different industries? And what advice would you give to other entrepreneurs who are also trying to diversify and try new industries and new things?
We're gonna diversify their portfolio, but I think a lot of people try to keep you in a box. Anybody that's watching, I'm telling you guys, don't let people keep you in a box. Like, you don't have to stay in one lane. Once you get in the lane that you're good, I know a lot of people say, hey, be smart and be good at one thing. That's fine, right? But when you got other things that you love and you're passionate about, you can diversify your portfolio and open up into other avenues to where people that are successful, they're gonna invest into different things. Because I tell people all the time, like we come from New Orleans, the hurricane may come, the storm may come, what are you gonna do when those hard times come? I mean, the music industry went up and down for me. If I didn't get into the product game, I would have been done. And so if I didn't get into making movies, I didn't get into creating clothing, if I didn't get into creating food products. So I think that down the line, once you get in, that's like why you think people invest in the real estate. They invest in the real estate when they make some money. They understand that whatever business you in that are successful, you gotta be able to diversify your portfolio and get into other avenues because things come up and they go down. And once I realized that, I say, you know what? But I also, how I operate, I make sure I do things that I love and that I'm passionate about, and it all kind of go together.
Thank you. And then
naga aamuso
so as you talked about,
koraa u
you were
dhoweysaa
brought into the industry and business at an early age. And the question that we have from the perspective of a child of a parent who's already in business or generational wealth, what was that experience like for you, and what do you think the significance was of you starting young and
that
being
beautiful
supported?
girl is my daughter.
Yeah, that's a great question.
She's a businesswoman.
I think a lot, anybody successful and be the end result, right? They rarely, but it takes after
deeqo
get
u
to
sheeg laakiin
success.
dududu markaan
And
arko
no
kuwaanaan
matter if
maqlayn
you're
waxay dhaheen ma
first
maqlayno ay
generation,
igu
second
dhaheen
generation,
marka
or
tartiib
fifth
u hadla
generation, it's going to
markaad
be on
hadlaysid
you to not
tartiib ula
only do
hadal
your part, but prepare for the part. You
waxay
know,
tiri
me
hala
and
ii
my
sheego u
family, we're
sheeg
very big on faith, so always comparing to David. You know, we know the story of David and Goliath in the Bible that he defeated the giant, but a lot of people don't know how did he actually defeat this giant, and that was the preparation. So when we talk about generational wealth, everybody must be prepared. I tell people all the time that look at me and my dad, right? It's a lot of us in our family, but everybody isn't Master P. Everybody isn't Romeo. I was taught at a young age, this is how you do it, this is how you get it, and this is how you're going to evolve and get better. But just because you come from a mogul or have somebody of success in your family, it doesn't mean it's always going to work that way for you, because you have to prepare. That's anything in life. So my journey, you know, I'll say some of my earlier tools was working side by side with my dad. At 10 years old, you have to take into consideration, I'm doing the same job as a 30-year-old, a 40-year-old, a 50-year-old. I'll be up at 4 a.m., me and my pops, doing the radio station tours. Then at 8 a.m., we gotta go do a rehearsal. Then we'll have lunch at noon. Then I have to go do interviews at 1. Then I gotta go prepare for my concert, then prepare for my TV show. Then you're on a talk show, then you do it all over again. So I think people miss the preparation part, and that's why I compare finances to David and Goliath, because we always we see the big picture, but we don't see little things that it takes. And one of the biggest things about generational wealth is social wealth. So anybody out there watching this, you think generational wealth is about money? It's not. When I was at school, I was with 5th generation kids whose parents worked at the White House. 7th generation kids whose parents are the biggest in distribution, foods and everything else. Denzel Washington kids went to my college prep school. And I would say that social wealth is the most important if you want to take it to the next level, because you are who you hang with, and resources are way much more valuable than money itself.
That's a very great response. And so adding to that, before I go to the audience, when you say you are who you hang with, I want to ask you guys both about that. I want to go back to you first, Mr. Miller. So did you find that on your journey to growing your business, you had to evolve and separate from those you were before? And if you did, how did each of you determine the company that you wanted to keep? And when it was time to say no to those that couldn't go, what was that process like for you, or any jewels or things to share on that?
Well, for me, my coach always told me that he don't cut players, players cut themselves. And I think that people that's not on the same mind frame as you, or people that don't have the same passion that you have, are willing to make the sacrifice and put the work in that you're putting in, they're eventually gonna fall off. And I think the people are afraid of failure. So failure is what motivates us, because people that are entrepreneurs and people that think outside the box, because there's a lot of traditional thinkers, but entrepreneurs are people that think outside the box. So a lot of those people don't want to put that work in. They don't want to be up all those hours at night